world's on fire.
Greetings, salutations, salutatorians. We have yet another view of my lovely home. Check that shit out. My wife can paint and stuff. We put up those shelves, not those shelves, those shelves. There we go. Happy birthday, Adrian. It turns out that I made you a video too. I didn't really. But happy birthday. So I was noticing a pattern the other day. The book I'm currently reading, Station 11, is briefly about an apocalypse and then about life after that societal breakdown. The book I read before Station 11, called Ready Player One, is about a kid living in a dystopian world who spends most of his time in virtual reality and inside of 80s nostalgia. I'm not going to do a lot of changing of position in this video because I'm sitting on a wicker chair, which I feel like will snap if I move it too much. So right here is where I'm going to be, ish. John, the book you just finished, The Year of the Flood, is book 2 in a series of works by Margaret Atwood that center on a world which starts as kind of a dystopian society in Oryx and Crake and then transitions into a post-apocalyptic setting. And the book I bought you for Christmas, On Such a Full Sea by Chang Rae Lee. That rhymes. Yep, that's about a dystopian society. And the book I read before Ready Player One was, well, that was To Kill a Mockingbird, which isn't part of the pattern, but you should all definitely read that because it's a classic that actually deserves the title. So, the pattern? We really like depressing literature, don't we? But also, look at all the books out there right now about the end of the world as we know it. These books are everywhere now for every age group. Never too young to think about the world going to hell. And it's not like this is a particularly new thing. Science fiction has a long tradition of creating fictional dystopian societies to mirror our own. Books like The Martian Chronicles and I, Robot, and There's a Blank There, so I didn't pick a third one. And of course, the big three that almost everyone has heard of, if not read themselves. But why are they so big now? I have a theory. First, let me get some definitions up in here. A dystopia is a community or society that is in some important way undesirable or frightening. It is literally translated from the Greek as not good place. Apocalypse as a term is actually a little more complicated. 1. The complete final destruction of the world, especially as described in the biblical book Revelation. 2. An event involving destruction or damage on an awesome or catastrophic scale. In literature, I would say from what I've read, writers usually adopt the second definition, because it's not really that fun to write a book when there are no characters left. Interestingly, when you translate from the Greek root of this word, the literal definition is actually uncovering, thought more of as a disclosure of knowledge or the seeing of something hidden. What's interesting is that seems to be more of like a facet of dystopian fiction more than anything else, right? A certain group of people gain some sort of knowledge or technology that allows them to take control of society and mold it to their liking, to essentially create their own controlled apocalypse. God, I love this shit. Anyway, dystopias and post-apocalyptic literature, why are they so prevalent in our current literary landscape? Here's what I think. So back in 2006, a horror movie called The Hills Have Eyes came out, and I wondered aloud to several people why someone would willingly go watch such a thing. And the most frequent answer was this: hey, the world's pretty fucked up right now. Watching horror movies gives you a vicarious thrill and also reminds you that as bad as things are, they could be a whole hell of a lot worse. Like being tortured by nuclear mutants worse. This made a lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't do it, but I can see how it would almost become soothing to be terrified. When you get out of that movie and you head into the lobby full of people and popcorn and junior mints, you think, alright, things aren't that bad. This is my theory as to why post-apocalyptic and dystopian novels are becoming so popular. Let's face it, it's been pretty fucked up for a couple of years now. Governments are spying on everyone, there have been high-profile terror attacks, there's been violent sexism in tech culture, and a racism made more insidious and deadly by the fact that we all want to deny that it exists. ISIS, Ebola, Russia and the Ukraine. I'm about to sound like a Billy Joel song here. I think a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons, view the world as going to shit right now. So in the same vein of watching horror movies to make yourself feel a little bit better about the world, perhaps we're turning to the fictional societies that are even more broken and scattered than our own society. These books do two important things. Lists! They show us a place that is worse than where we are, so we can put down the book, look out the train window on downtown Newark and tell ourselves, this world is amazing and I am lucky to be alive. And they show us all the good and the bad in human nature that will always endure, no matter the situation. Fictional dystopias are warnings to our current society. Like satire, it's a way to talk to people about society's problems without actually lecturing them. So that's my theory on why I think these books about a fictional end to the world as we know it are popular right now. We sure as hell seem to like them. All of the books mentioned in this video are worth reading, but do yourself a favor and, you know, space them out a bit. Also, John and Joe, I'd be interested to hear what you think about why you like horror movies, because I know you guys like to go watch them, and I don't. Alright, okay, good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next week, stay warm, and peace out.